Hey everybody, it's Joe, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Saab Doctor. A little bit different background right now. I just kind of want to give a little update as to what's going on, kind of where I've been, why, why I haven't posted anything in, quite a while. I mean, it's almost April, and the last time I posted something was December. And, just kind of let everyone know what's going on and let you know that, yes, the channel is going to go on. Yes, I've just been caught up with a few things. So, I'm not even going to roll the intro on this one. I'm just going to go through it, and I'm going to try and do this in one take. So, let's see what happens. Everybody, I was trying to do this video in one take, but that's not happening. I just want to say to stay safe, keep healthy, do everything you can, to kind of social distance and make sure that you're doing the things you need to do so we can keep sobbing on. It's the biggest thing. So just stay healthy, everybody. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled program. So, last video I posted was the rescuing the 06 Aero. Just so everyone knows, the 06 Aero is sold now. I sold it a couple weeks ago just because I haven't had enough time to work on it, and I figured if I was actually going to work on a car or work on a project that it wasn't the car I wanted to. So I sent that one on its way. Got $1,200 for it. When I took it in on trade, I gave Caleb $500 or $600 off the 9.5 Aero. I don't remember the exact number, but it's gone. I put no money into it all the time I had it, and the new owner actually loves it. So I'm happy to say that it's gone to a good home. So I'm real happy about that. So what happened back in December? Why did I stop posting? Two things actually happened. Couldn't see that. Two things actually happened. The first thing was I started an eBay reselling business, and I'm reselling a bunch of random stuff. We're actually in the reselling office right now, which is part of the shop. The shop office had kind of been a dead zone since I bought it, and I decided, well, I wanted to raise some extra money for another project we're doing, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And I figured, well, I'll start reselling some things on eBay, so I started eBay reselling business. It's actually been going really, really good, but it took up some time and took up a bunch of time to kind of get ready, get set up, and get going, which is part of what started off at the end of November, beginning of December. Second thing is, my wife opened a gym. So we actually just had the grand opening at the end of February, but the gym opened in, what was it? I think January 1st was the first actual day, but most of December we were there setting things up, getting it ready. We were supposed to open mid-December, got pushed back a bit. So December was kind of crazy with that, with the holidays and whatnot. My thought process was, I'll get everything edited after the first of the year. So fast forward. January comes, we're kind of still opening the gym. We didn't have a ton going on, or I shouldn't say didn't have, we had a ton going on. Well, what am I thinking? It was just crazy busy. Between that, the eBay business, some stuff with work, because we have a big conference in the beginning of the year. So that was in January. I was swamped. So, beginning of February, we went to Iceland. We went for a week, and Iceland is the most beautiful place I've been in my life. If you've ever been to Iceland, it's amazing, but it is the most beautiful place I've been in my life. I'm sitting in the airport. I don't remember if it was Reykjavik Airport. I think it was in Iceland. And I get a message from a friend of mine. My friend says, "Hey, I have a question. Is your mother Rita?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And my friend goes, "Hey, can you call me right now?" I said, "No, I'm standing in Reykjavik Airport." She says, "Well, I hate to do this through Messenger, but your mother passed away the other day." Sorry, it's still tough talking about it. At that point, a bunch of stuff changed. It was the worst flight home I've ever had, because I had to sit on an on an airplane for I think it's 6 hours. It's not 8. It's got to be 6. 6 hours. I flew from Reykjavik to Chicago, and I was just I can't even express the words. So my mother passed away, which is kind of, it's taken up a lot of time the past month. That was in February, and I figured, hey, I would have had time when I was in Iceland to do some editing, and I didn't. I thought I was gonna. I'm sorry. This is. I need a second. So, anyways, I came back to that. Had to take care of all that. I was off work a couple weeks in February, trying to get caught up with that, trying to get caught up with everything, and I just haven't had any time to edit. This is honestly the first time since end of December, beginning of January that I've even been able to shoot video. So, I'm sorry for throwing that out there, but I want to be candid with you all with what's been going on and why the channel's been so dead. So, I've been going through a lot with that. I have a lot to do yet with the whole situation with my mom and her estate and whatnot. But the channel will go on. Right now I have a bunch of videos to edit, and that's what I'm going to work on. I still have the second half of the 9.7 DOD delete. I never finished that video editing. I have replacing the rear differential in the 9.4. I have a 9.4 wheel bearing. I have end links in the 9.4. I have rear wheel bearings in the 9.3 cross-wheel drive. I have how to rebuild a rear axle in a cross-wheel drive 9.3. Or sorry, reboot, not rebuild. Reboot an axle in a cross-wheel drive 9.3. I have just a bunch of videos. Brakes for sports sedans. Just a ton of different videos. So there's going to be a ton of content coming up. A lot of it's going to be a little older, a couple months old. Then after all that's done, after everything's said and done, I'm hoping the next video after those is fixing the top on my wife's convertible, and then digging back into the 9000 project. I'm actually buying a bunch of parts for the 9000 right now. I'm figuring out exactly what I want to order. And I do have to take a second. I have to thank Brian and Sawyer. They're a couple of local guys. Great subscribers, good people, just truly good people. I've done some work on Sawyer's car in the past, and excuse me, and they brought over a whole bunch of 9000 parts, so I'm really, really grateful for that. Thank you guys. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, because it's a bunch of parts that I knew I wouldn't be able to find easily. So I'm ordering a bunch of stuff right now. I want to get the 9000 going, and I also want to keep this video as short as possible. So, as for the clickbait title of, did I trade my 9.4X for a Focus? No, I didn't. The Focus was my mom's car. I have just been driving it because it's super fuel efficient, so I may as well put some miles on that for the time being. So, thank you all for, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you want to see Saab content, I apologize. I'm not going to say if you like this video. This isn't a great video. This isn't my best video. But, I just want to make sure to get something out there. But if you enjoy Saab content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Saab on, folks.